Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video I thought I would take you along with me while I try and catch up on my book club reads that I am a bit behind on at the moment. So I am in 2 book clubs and the first one is run by 2 of my lovely friends, Geordie and Em, and they have 2 separate book clubs inside one server. So I'm in a Discord with them and they have a romance book club and a fantasy book club. The romance one is run by Geordie and the fantasy one is run by Em, and you can either choose to do one or the other or do both of them. I've decided to do both of them. So the books that we've got for that server is, for the romance one we have Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. I have made a start on this. I only decided today. I've only read the first chapter, so I'm only like 10 pages in. But it's got such cute like little sprayed edges and I think I'm going to enjoy it because it's romance and I love romance. But yeah, and it's like, it feels like a pretty easy read, so that's the first one. And then for the fantasy side that Em is running, we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, but I'm also reading Powerful at the same time because I'm doing the tandem read of them both. And basically I have to read both of these by the end of the month, but I want to get them done as soon as possible. So yeah, these are 2 of the other 2 books for the fantasy part of it. I haven't made a start on these yet, but I will do soon. I'm going to listen to the audiobooks of these, I think, because I just prefer audiobooks when I'm reading fantasy. And then the final book that I need to read is for Alan Catherine's book club, that is run through her Patreon, and that book is The Book of Azriel by, I can't remember what the author's name is. I think it's like something Nicole. I know the author's last name is Nicole, but yeah, no, that is the book of the month for there. I am a bit nervous about reading that one because I've not heard the best reviews from everybody, but yeah, no, those are all the books that I need to read for this week, so I thought I would take you all along on the journey with me. So before I get on with reading, I would just like to say, as always, please like, comment and subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I'm on a mission to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year and I'm currently on 73, so we're getting so close, and I'm really hoping that I can get there by the end of the year. But yes, now that I've said that, let's carry on with reading Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. So as you saw in my previous clip, I did make a start on Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. I didn't get far though. I only got to chapter 3, which is page like 21. And that is because I got distracted and I didn't read. And then I ended up on a few different calls with a few different friends, just like chatting about random stuff. So I haven't had a chance to read much today. But I think I'm going to get a bit more of this read now because even though it's like almost 2 in the morning, I'm wide awake. So I'm going to read some of this and I'm going to maybe get a bit of editing done before I do make a start on carrying reading this. But I'm enjoying it so far, but I don't really have many opinions because, like I said, I am only 21 pages in. But I think I need a bit of a... I think this is the kind of book I need right now because I am in the middle of doing the Throne of Glass tandem read, and that is a very mental energy requiring series to read because it's very thick, and the tandem read you're reading 2 books at the same time, so yeah, it's a lot. But I'm going to carry on with this now after I've done a bit of editing for my YouTube, and then I will update more later. So I got a bit more of Cross the Line finished today. I'm currently on chapter 9, which is like 80 odd pages into the book. So yeah, I am getting a bit further into this, but I've decided I'm going to start listening to the audiobook to help me read a bit faster, just because obviously I do have like 3 other books I need to read for this video as well as this one. I don't know how I feel about it so far. It's definitely not a 5-star. It's not like an all-time favourite, but I am enjoying it. I'm just not very connected to the characters as of right now, but I am only 80 pages in, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to listen to a bit of the audiobook and
follow along in the physical, and then I will update a bit more when I'm probably like 50% of the way through. But yeah, so I do a quick little update. So I'm officially 50% of the way through Across the Line. I'm on page 201 at the moment, and I don't know how I feel. Honestly, I'm leaning towards this being a 3-star. It's not bad by any means, but it's not anything special either to me. Like, the characters are okay. It's just like your generic run-of-the-mill romance, and some of the like lines in it have been making me cringe. I've been adding some on my notes app, and just some of the things like the quotes, like one of them was my sweet pocket-sized demon, and then the guy Dave was talking about like how he's kissed her and he can't resist her, and she tastes like sugar and the sweetest sin, and I'm like, just I can't. It's quite cheesy, I won't lie. So yeah, it's definitely not my favourite, but I'm having an okay time with it. I'm gonna take a break from reading now, but like I said, I've 50% of the way through it now, so yeah, I'm gonna take a break, and then I might pick it up again later, because I do want to try and finish it today if I can do, but I'm not gonna like force myself to. So yeah. So I just finished reading Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. I spent the night trying to get this finished after I finished doing my pre-reading that I needed to do for uni. This is a 3.25. It's definitely not a favourite. I kind of enjoyed it, but also there was parts in it that just made me cringe quite a lot, and it definitely wasn't one that I loved. I've read better F1 romances. The only one I've read is Throttled, but I definitely preferred that more than this. I just found some like the quotes and stuff a bit tacky and like cheesy, and I was just kind of cringing as I was going through it. I was making notes on my phone on my notes app, because obviously it's a book club read, so I wanted to have some notes for when we discussed the book. And yeah, no, I wasn't the biggest fan, but it was still a 3.25, so it was solid, like middle of the road kind of book, but it's not one that I'm probably going to remember. But now that I finished this, I am going to be moving on to Powerless, I think. I'm going to make a start on that maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, depends how I feel, because I do need to be up at 5:30 for uni tomorrow. So yeah, but that is my last update for today with this book, and I will update when I have made a start on Powerless. So it's the next day, and I did actually make a start on Powerless and Powerful last night. I read the prologue of Powerful, and then I read the first 4 chapters of Powerless. I've not really got any opinions on it so far, but I like what I've read so far. I like the writing, and I think it's fun. So I am going to carry on with this now, and because I'm listening to the audiobook, so hopefully I can finish this pretty quickly. But this is like a chunky book. I think it's like over 500 pages, but fantasies normally are chunky. So yeah, I'm going to put on my audiobook, chill, and get some reading done. third time trying to film this clip because my phone apparently hates me. But anyway, I'm just giving a little update. So I'm 134 pages into Powerless and like 94 pages into Powerful. I'm really enjoying them both so far. They're both very good books. They're fun. I like the characters. I'm not sure if they're going to be 5-star reads for me yet, because I'm not that far into them and they haven't like got into the story that much yet. But yeah, no, I am enjoying them. And I will update more later. I think I'm gonna probably update at like the 50% mark, because then I think more of the story will have actually progressed. I'm doing the tandem read for it at the moment, so but yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a fun time. I definitely see where the Hunger Games comparisons come in, because as I'm listening to the audiobook, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely reminding me of the Hunger Games. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I love the Hunger Games, and I genuinely am just really enjoying the book. But yeah, I'm going to carry on reading, and then I'll update again when I'm at the 50% mark. We're ignoring the fact I look like a drowned rat. I just had a bath and washed my hair, but I'm officially 50% of the way through Powerless, and obviously I'm like over halfway through Powerful, so I thought I'd give a little bit of an update. I'm really enjoying both of these books. They're definitely feeling like 5 stars for me now, and I'm very much just loving the characters and the storyline and the plot. And yeah, I'm just having the best time. Although there was one scene in it that I read and I tabbed it, and like, okay, spoilers for anyone who's not read the book, so I will put a timestamp here for you to skip past this bit to the next bit when there isn't any more spoilers. But there's a scene in chapter 28, I think, where basically she's helping him like heal because he's been hurt during the first trial, and she then just like randomly slaps him, and then she goes, then she holds up her hand and is like, mosquito, and then he slaps her back and says, huh, she should like prove it, and then he goes, see? And it's literally a scene from Outer Banks season 1. It's the scene between John B and Kiara in season 1 of Outer Banks, when she slaps him on the face and then she's like, there's a mosquito, and then he slaps her back, and it's just, I read the scene and I was like, oh my god, that's Outer Banks. That's literally an Outer Banks scene. And honestly, it brought me joy when I read it. I was like, oh my god, because I'm rewatching Outer Banks at the moment. And yeah, I read that scene and I was like, Jesus, that is such an Outer Banks scene. That is literally a scene from Outer Banks. But yeah, no, moving on. No, it's just such a good book. I genuinely really love it. I love the characters and everything about it. And I wanted to try and finish it today, but I do need to be up early tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to. I'll probably have to finish it tomorrow night when I'm home from uni. But yeah, I thought I would just give a little bit of an update now that I am officially halfway through. I just finished reading Powerless and Powerful by Lauren Roberts, and I sobbed. I full on fucking sobbed at those goddamn books. I'm genuinely, heart is broken. Tears have been shed. And I am now in a pit of depression from reading that goddamn book. I just, I have no words. I just love all the characters and the storylines and everything, and then they decided to break me. And I'm not okay. I'm not okay with it. They're both 5-star reads. I would definitely recommend everyone just reads this series. I still need to read Reckless, but I'm going to read that soon, I think, maybe. But yeah, no, 5-star reads, and I absolutely adored them. So it has been a little while since I updated, but I made a start on the Book of Azriel last night. You can't really see that because I'm wearing a light. Anyway, I made a start on this last night on my iPad. I'm reading the Kindle version while also listening to the audiobook. I'm enjoying it so far. So I made it to chapter 10, which is page 101, and I'm liking it. I don't really obviously know the plot of the story yet because I'm only like 20% into the book, but I'm actually really liking it. It's fun. I like the characters and what I've seen from them so far, and I'm just having a good old time reading it on my iPad. Like, I'm liking the audiobook. The audiobook is very good. So yeah, I've not got much of an update now, but I'm really enjoying it. And honestly, I'm in the middle of reading quite a few like fantasy books at the moment. But you know, I'm reading Book of Azriel and I like it, and I will update more later when I have more like opinions on it. Obviously, like I said, I'm only 20% in, so I don't really know the full like crux of the story yet, but when I do, I will update you. So I'm officially 50% of the way through the Book of Azriel. I'm still reading it on my iPad, and I'm really liking it, but I'm also really confused, and also, honestly, I don't know how I feel. I feel like with it, a lot has happened, but also nothing's happened at the same time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'm just kind of sat here like, I'm having a great time, but I'm also like, why am I already halfway through and I feel like nothing's happened in this book? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's going to be very hard for me to rate this because I don't know how I feel in the slightest. But yeah, no, I'm 50% of the way through now. I'm going to carry on reading, I think, now. And because I'm going to carry on listening on, I have the audiobook and stuff, so I'm going to listen to it. I think I've got like 3 hours left of the audiobook, so I should be able to get it finished today, but we will have to see. But yeah, I thought I would do a quick update now that I'm 50% of the way through. I feel like I know what the plot of the story is now, and I kind of know where it's all going and stuff. I'm just also, you know, questioning it. But yeah, I will update again soon. So I've now finished reading the Book of Azriel, and in the end I've given this a 4-star. I enjoyed it, I enjoyed the story, and I do think I want to read the rest of the series. However, it's not my favourite by a long shot, if I'm being completely honest. But you know, as I was saying, I finished reading it now. I gave it a 4-star. It's a very solid read. I enjoyed it. It can be quite confusing in some places, and sometimes it felt like I had read loads but not a lot had happened in the book, and I felt also some points felt like loads had happened but also nothing at the same time. So it was good, but it's not the best fantasy series I've ever read. So that is definitely a solid 4-star book. But that is it for this video. That is it for this reading vlog. So just to recap on the books that I read. First, we read Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. I gave this a 3.25. This book just kind of bored me, if I'm being completely honest. It wasn't anything special. The characters were okay. I kind of enjoyed it, but by the end I just felt like I was like slogging through it. And yeah, no, it's not one I would recommend for people to pick up. It was just a little bit boring. It had some good points and I did kind of enjoy the characters sometimes, but I just didn't connect with them in any way. So yeah, wasn't my favourite, and I wouldn't recommend you pick it up if you want like a decent sports romance or F1 romance. The only other F1 romance I read was Throttled by Lauren Asher, and I actually enjoyed that more than this one. Then the next ones we read were Powerless and Powerful by Lauren Roberts. These two books destroyed my soul, took out my heart, you know, ripped me to pieces and then refused to put me back together again. Yeah, I sobbed like a little bitch at these books. And if you've read them, you know why I sobbed. I had a great time. And I can't wait to read Reckless, which I do already own. But I'm thinking I might leave reading Reckless for now, just because I don't know when the last book in the series is coming out, and I don't want to have to wait forever for the third book in the series to come out. So yeah, but yeah, no, I really loved these. I think this is definitely a new favorite fantasy series. I kind of knew I would love it because Lex recommended this to me originally, even though I did read it for a book club. Lex recommended it originally, and she also recommended the Lightlock series to me, and they're one of my favorite series as well. So I had a feeling I would adore this, but I'm glad I read it, and I absolutely had the best time reading this, and I'm kind of sad it's over. And then finally, as I said, obviously I'm not going to go into too much detail about this one because I just spoke about it, but we have The Book of Azriel by Amber V. Nicole. 4-star. Wasn't that memorable, but I did enjoy it, and I had a fun time while I was reading it, and I will read the rest of the series, but it's not at like the tip top of my TBR. And it's just, yeah. It was an okay book, and it's one of those books that I wouldn't outright recommend it to someone if they wanted to read a fantasy series, but I also wouldn't deter anyone from reading it. I'd say give it a go and give your own opinion on it. But yeah, that is officially it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would just like to do a little announcement and say that even though I have only just recently started uploading twice a week, that will be going back down to once a week, because I've just got too much going on, and I don't have the time to be able to film decent content as well as do everything else I need to do. So obviously I'm in university, and I also just recently got a job as well, which is going to be taking up more of my time, and I love my channel so much I want to be able to do decent content for everyone to watch. So it will be going back down to once a week, and I'm going to be changing it to every Friday at 6 p.m. that I will be uploading. So yeah, it'll be now every Friday at 6 p.m. but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, because I'm still on my mission to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year, and I will catch you next time.